Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the Climb Your Everest Leadership Workshop. Today, our session is on nutrition and wellness, and the presenter today is my friend Asha Patel. Thank you, Asha, for being here. We are looking forward to hear your presentation. Please help me welcome Asha.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Asha Patel, and I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner. Thank you for having me here today to share some of my knowledge on women's health and nutrition. Sarah, go ahead and go to slide 2, please. There you go. So, Ayurveda basically means science of life. It's an ancient Indian system of medicine. It believes in achieving balance and harmony between the three pillars, which are the mind, the body, and the spirit. So Ayurveda focuses on prevention rather than merely treating diseases. Though once disease is there, it focuses on the cause and removing it from the root, unlike conventional medicine. This is a slow process because it's taking it out from the root, and therefore you may not see instant results at all, and it takes a little while. So Ayurveda recognizes the valuable insights to maintaining hormonal balance for reproductive health, your overall well-being during the critical life stages in a woman's life. So health is a reflection of harmony between an individual and their environment. The core principles in Ayurveda are your Prakriti. What Prakriti means is everybody has a unique body constitution that's determined by a combination of doshas at the time of your birth. Agni is your digestive power that's responsible for transforming the food that you eat into energy and body tissues. And then you have your doshas. Your doshas is what I was talking about that makes up your Prakriti. There's three fundamental energies, and those are your Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Now, these govern all of your physiological and your psychological processes. Then you have your Dhatus. Your Dhatus are basically your 7 essential tissues that are formed from the digestive foods. We're not going to cover the Dhatus today because that gets very extensive. So we're going to just concentrate on our women's cycles and how the doshas actually affect them. And then the last one that you have is your mala, which is your waste products that are left over from the digestion that needs to be eliminated efficiently out of the body. So Ayurveda emphasizes, like I said, on prevention of disease. It's a holistic well-being of the individual, and it's a personalized treatment plan based on your body constitution. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. Go ahead and go to slide 3, please, Sarah. So your doshas are fundamental energies. Like I said, it governs both your physiological and psychological process of the body. Each dosha is a combination of 5 basic elements. Ether, also could be called space, air, fire, water, and earth. So Vata, which is your first dosha, is composed of ether and air. Vata means to move like the wind. So what it does is it governs the movement, the impulses, the creativity, the connections, your nervous system, your adaptability. These are the main ones. There's a lot of minute ones, but basically this way you get an overview. And then if you have an imbalance of Vata, it increases your anxiety, it increases dryness, whether it's in your body, on your skin, in your hair. All that comes from a Vata disorder. Irregularity in your cycle, fear, crackling of joints, difficulty sleeping. Then your second dosha is Pitta. Pitta is composed of fire and water. That means that which digests. It governs all of the chemical and metabolical transformations that happen in the body, including making healthy blood, healthy acid secretions in the intestine and in the stomach to help you digest, sound judgments, focus. And so if you have an imbalance of pitta, then you're going to see signs of increased heartburn, diarrhea, nausea, anger, inflammation, fear, acidity, and any blood issues that you may be having. Then kapha is the third one, which is composed of water and earth. And basically, that means that which binds things together. If you take water and earth, you can bind it. That's exactly what kapha means. It governs the strength and substance of the body. It helps with the growth of the body, repairing of the mind and body, um, emotions, your immune system is all governed by it. Now, if you have an imbalance of kapha dosha, then you weight increases, you feel very sluggish or lazy, you're resistant to change. One of the main ways to gauge this is check your tongue every morning. If you are getting a layer of white coating on your tongue, that means your kapha is getting out of balance. So everybody possesses all three of the doshas in your body. But at the time of birth, only one or two of them are dominant. And that's what your prakriti is basically made up of. So understanding each person's unique combination is very essential to maintaining your balance and your optimum health. Go ahead and go to slide 4, please, Sarah. So each phase of a woman's life is marked by hormonal fluctuations and demands very specific care and attention. There are 4 key areas of focus in a woman's health. So it's during menstruation, during pregnancy, during postpartum, and during menopause. Now, a lot of the things I'll tell you may be repeated because they are essential throughout your lifetime, but there's variations for each of these cycles as well. So during menstruation, this is considered a vital process of detoxification that basically helps you to maintain a healthy hormonal balance in your body. So a healthy cycle is noted by when you have your cycle, it should be bright red, not dark. It should not stain your clothing if it gets on your clothing. If it does stain, that means you have a lot of toxicity in your body. The odor should not be foul. And then, Sarah, can you cup your 2 hands together and show them? Since you're the one on the thing, like cup it together to form, like put your hands together. There you go. Like that.
Uh-huh.
And show it from the side so they can see inside it.
Like this?
Right. So that is called an anjali. Now, everybody's hands are a different size. You can put it down now, Sarah. And what it is you should have, during your cycle, you should bleed about 4 of those anjalis, okay? No more than that. And if it's very little, then also it's a problem. So basically, that's a gauge of how much your cycle should be detoxifying every month. So if Vata dosha is dominant in your body, then it leads to irregular cycles. Irregular cycles.
Asha, I didn't understand how this is related to the length of the menstruation.
It's not the length, it's how much you're actually discharging.
Okay, how
So,
is it related? Oh, this is the amount?
yes, it's 4 times that amount.
4 times this amount. This is, okay, the amount of blood. Okay, got it.
Right. So one of those is called an anjali.
Oh, got it, got it. Okay.
It should be 4 of those. So
During the
if you
whole
are
time, during the whole time, right?
right over your course of your cycle,
Okay, got it. Thanks.
not in 1 day or 1 hour. because that's too much. Um, if you are predominantly a Vata dosha person,
Mhm.
um, your cycles are going to be irregular, which means you're going to either have light flow, you're going to have dryness, you're going to have spotting. You will get more cramps than if you were a Pitta dosha versus a Kapha dosha, um, which basically are painful spasms. You'll get mood swings. It could be sadness, it could be irritability, it could be anxiety. Then during pregnancy, you're going to we're going to put emphasis on the maternal and fetal well-being through dietary recommendations. What side are you on? Do you know? Did you just change this? Did you change it?
Change what?
You didn't change the slide, right?
No, no, it's the same as slide. It's a slide
Uh,
4.
all right, thanks. So through lifestyle and diet and adjustments and herbals, you're going to emphasize on the woman's maternal and fetal health. Self-care is a priority when you are pregnant, as is avoiding getting angry and stressed. So don't fast, even if it's a religious thing. When you are pregnant, you are responsible for the fetal's care. It is not a good time to fast. Don't stay up late. It's very essential that you get your care and sleep at this time. Don't wear tight clothes. Another thing that you shouldn't do when you're pregnant, especially in the earlier stages, is don't travel on rough roads. Now, I understand a lot of you live in rural areas and sometimes you have to travel on them to get to doctors. Try to minimize it as much as you can because it does shake things around and you have a higher chance of miscarrying. Also, don't squat for prolonged periods or lift any heavy items at this time. So, Pitta dosha is very prominent when you're pregnant, and it'll increase your digestion, which we all know pregnant women get hungry more often than not. It also increases your metabolism. So, you need to eat more frequently, otherwise, you end up getting more acidity. And also, emotional balance is part of your Pitta dosha when you're pregnant. That's why you go through more of your ups and downs. And then you have your postpartum, which is after the baby's born. It emphasizes the physical and mental recovery of the mother after childbirth. This is done through, again, diet, herbs, and massages. At this stage, one has to bring their body back to their prakriti dosha. And then you have menopause. This is a very natural transition time that ends the menstrual cycle. It ends basically the childbearing stage of a woman's life. So again, you need to watch your diet and you need to watch your lifestyle. So if you get an imbalance in your pitta dosha during menopause, you're going to see hot flashes, you're going to see irritability, you're going to see skin imbalances, you're going to see anger. You're also going to see heart problems if your pitta dosha is out of whack when you're in your menopause. Then you have your vata dosha. So again, you'll have your dryness, you'll have your digestive discomforts, you get constipation, you get trouble sleeping, you have anxiety, you have worry, you have fear. You also get bone loss at this time, which is where you start seeing osteoporosis at this stage in life. And then kapha also comes to play, which if it's in play, it causes weight gain. You feel sad, you feel unmotivated, you feel greedy, or you could just feel just bogged down, like you really don't care about anything. But by understanding and making changes, one can alleviate a lot of these specific health concerns that happen. So what's the remedy for menstrual cycles that you get the symptoms? So, one of the main things you can do when you have your period is warm therapy. And warm therapy is basically you take a warm shower, you drink hot fluids, not cold fluids. You maintain a warm body by not getting yourself cold because this helps avoid cramping. There are herbal remedies that you could use. I've basically concentrated on giving you guys choices of things you will find in most households rather than having to go out and buy herbs. So, one of the remedies that you can do at home while you have your period is use ginger, which I believe in Nepalese is called aduva. It has an anti inflammatory property which helps to alleviate cramps by lowering the hormone that makes the uterus muscle contract. And it also helps reduce fatigue. So you can make yourself a ginger tea. You can add some black pepper and honey to it, and it'll also help you with irregular periods. The other thing you can do is if you get heavy periods, then the first 2 to 3 days, you can make yourself a turmeric tea. Now, turmeric is known, I believe, in Nepalese as basera. So, if you decide to use the turmeric tea, make sure you only use it for the first 2 to 3 days. Like once you see your cycle lightening, stop doing the turmeric tea. Don't continue that because you do still want to detoxify your body by getting rid of everything. So back off on that. And then cinnamon, which is dalchini in Nepalese, has like an anti-spasm or anti-bleeding effect on it. It'll help you with the nausea, the vomiting, and the pain that's associated with the cramps. So this tea can also be drank uh, before the period starts. If you know your period's starting, say tomorrow, you can start drinking it from yesterday. And then diet is also very important. Use more of the warming spices. Cumin, which is jeera, helps with the menstrual pain, also with cramps and anti-inflammatory. Um, Coriander, which is dhania, helps ease the heavy flow as well as the abdominal pain. But what it also does is it also clears the path. Some people get accumulate too much heat in the lower abdomen and it prevents the blood from flowing freely. So this will help the blood flow downwards rather than being stagnant in your ab. And then black pepper, which is kalo mirka, stimulates the agni, which will help you digest everything correctly. So you need to avoid cold foods, which contract the muscles. You should also avoid heavy foods because you need to eat foods that are easily digestible because your body is detoxing. You don't want to give it other heavy things that it needs to digest at the same time. And also limit your sugars because sugar just plays havoc on all your systems in the body. In terms of lifestyle, when you're on your period, you need to practice relaxation techniques. Do yoga, do meditation, do Tai Chi to reduce the stress, get adequate sleep. You shouldn't lift heavy things or do laborious work during your cycle. Then there's some adjustments that you can make. Go ahead and go to slide 6, please.
We skipped 5. I mean, 5 was what you just said, but I'll just give a second to people to look at 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I kind of type up the summary of some of the stuff you said in the chat box as well.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say move to 5, Sarah.
That's okay. That's okay. So, but I will be sending the slides and the video to everyone. So,
Okay.
again, everybody will be receiving both. I mean, Bea will send all of this to you. So, wait for an email from her. All right, I'll go to slide 6 now.
Okay. All right. So there's some adjustments that you can make dietary wise. Consume foods that are hormone balancing. So when I say hormone balancing, basically, I want you to include different types of seeds, like flax seeds, sesame seeds, um, avocado. I'm not sure if Nepal has avocados.
I've seen avocado in Nepal.
Okay, so avocados are very good for you. Leafy greens, which is available worldwide. Then whole grains. So try to eat more of the whole grains rather than flours during your cycle time. And then ghee. I know the new trend is not to eat fat and all this, but you know what? Ghee is essential. So eat like at least up to 1 teaspoon a day in your foods, like use it, in your rice or wherever you need to, on your breads. Eat bitter foods. If you're familiar with bitter melon, um, methi, all those are good for you. Then reduce your caffeine. Also reduce your spicy levels, not your spices, but your spicy levels. So don't eat foods that are very spicy. Don't also limit cold foods, processed foods, sugary foods. It's only during your cycle time, but overall, they're not good for you at any time. So you could try to limit them if you can. So there's 2 herbal remedies that you can use that I believe are both available in Nepal. The first one is called Shatavari, and the second one is called Ashwagandha. They can be taken both together to maintain your physical and mental health. So Shatavari helps to balance the hormones which support the reproductive system. It helps to mediate activity to calm down, which is what causes the pain and the cramps. Ashwagandha helps to manage the stress that supports the hormonal balance by balancing the vata. So you can also use soy, but soy is more useful. I will tell you later on in menopause, but soy also will help you stabilize your estrogen levels, which drops the week before your cycle starts. So you can take it at the beginning of your cycle and it'll help you. So lifestyle modifications that you can do is exercise regularly to regulate your hormones. Again, make sleep a priority, manage your stress, whether it's emotional, whether it's nutritional, or it's physical, because all of that can cause the endorphins and the cortisol, which to release higher, and that interrupts with your hormone functions. So take time to connect with your loved ones. Treat yourself to healthy foods and listen to your body. That is one of the main things that most people don't do. We're so bogged down with life that we forget to listen to our body. Remember, these are just simple guidelines that I'm giving you guys. But if you have if you have specific problems, it's really essential that you find a local Ayurvedic practitioner who can help you customize it to your individual prakriti and needs at that time. So go ahead and go to slide 7, please. So supporting you during pregnancy. So diet. When you first get pregnant, you need to stabilize the vata energy in the first 3 months. So vata does not like anything cold. So eat warm, fatty foods with spices, again, not spicy. That includes soups, includes cooked vegetables, dairy, ghee, yogurt are very essential. It's in the second 3 month section. So you're basically your second trimester. Eat pitta foods. Eat pitta foods like cucumbers, watermelons, coconut water, and milk. These all will help you improve your emotional stability. It'll also help you to digest and reduce heartburn. So during the final trimester, eat vegetables, eat whole grains, legumes, spices, and herbs, more in the natural form than in the processed form. So any food that's in its natural state or closer to the natural state is healthier for you overall anyway. So what this does in your final trimester is it helps you to lessen the water retention. It helps you digest your food because now you're carrying a child as well, and the weight disturbs your digestion. It also gives you nutrients both to the mother and to the baby by balancing the kapha. So through the whole pregnancy, though, throughout it, I highly recommend that you stay away from excessively fried or acidic foods because they only tend to cause more gas and more acid reflux. Did we go to, yeah. Lifestyle. So in lifestyle, the best thing you can do for yourself is walk every day or swim if you have access to a swimming pool. Do prenatal yoga. Don't do regular yoga because this will help you get your blood circulation in balance. Manage your stress through meditation and get adequate rest. So there are herbal remedies outside of the ones that we've covered here that can help alleviate symptoms. But as I said, they're more specific to certain things and they're very fine-tuned. So I would highly recommend that if you need more herbs than what's being suggested here, please contact a local Ayurvedic practitioner so they can monitor the dose and adjust them frequently as you need them. There's also massages that you can get. Now, when you're pregnant, it's very essential that you get somebody who knows how to give a prenatal massage. It not only will help you relax in mind, but it'll also help your body relax. Head massages are also very relaxing. And I know in that part of the world, they're very readily available. So I would say if you're going through pregnancy, that's a good time to get head massages as regularly as you can. There are areas on the body that shouldn't be massaged at all when you're pregnant. So please make sure that if you choose to get massages on the body, you go to somebody who is familiar with pregnancy limitations. Then you have postpartum care, which is part of pregnancy, but it's the part after you give birth. So the diet has to be balanced with an emphasis on lactation supporting foods. So whole grains, leafy greens, dals. I understand from Sarah that you eat a lot of rice and dal there, which is a great thing if you add some leafy greens to it and add some garlic and ginger to it. Then sesame seeds, flax seeds are also crucial. Don't drink alcohol while you're breastfeeding because it does decrease lactation. And then in terms of lifestyle, get adequate rest, get support from family members, and spend time bonding with the baby. This is very essential. If you don't rest now, it'll show up later in life. And then herbal remedies. There's a couple of things that you use in home that'll help with the recovery as well as lactation. So I believe most of you in your houses have methi, have saaf, and have jeera. So you can make jeera water with saaf in it or use methi in your cooking. And that'll help if you take it daily. And you can take it multiple times a day. It's not going to hurt you, but it'll help you really recover. And then massages. Again, postpartum massages will help your body recover from the pregnancy and help you relax from all the stress your body has just gone through. So That's regular massages now. You don't have to be as careful as you have to be when you're pregnant. The importance of self-care and nurturing the mother's body and mind is very important at this time. So please take the time and effort to take care of yourself. Go ahead and put to slide 8, please.
Before you talk about menopause, we have a question about PMS. Someone asked how we can deal with PMS, which I know you've already mentioned in the slides before, but maybe I can ask this at the very end. So, yes, I would encourage everyone, if you have any questions or you want more explanation about a specific thing, write your message in the chat box. At the end, we'll give you a few minutes and we ask Asha all these questions.
Okay, we can do that, okay? And if we don't get them answered, you can send them to Sarah and she can send them to me and I can answer them and send them back to you too.
Sounds good.
So menopause, it's a natural transition in a woman's life, but it often comes with a range of physical and emotional symptoms. To manage these symptoms, the focus should be on balancing all three, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, which will help to alleviate the discomforts. The most common symptoms are hot flashes, mood swings, sleep disturbances, and vaginal dryness. So try to incorporate the following to counter any one of these. So in terms of diet, eat cooling foods. So eat a diet that's high in cucumbers, in greens, rice, mango, barley, avocado, and coconut water. At the same time, reduce the heavy, oily, and spicy foods. Also include foods that are good for the bones. So soy, tofu, edamame, cabbage, okra, almond, bread, oranges. I'm not sure if you eat fish in Nepal or not, but the small fish that comes with the bones, like sardines, those are very good for you as well. Mm-hmm. But there's one exception that I want you guys to note. Spinach is not good for your bones. Mm-hmm. And the reason is spinach contains too much of the oxalates, which reduces the calcium absorption. So while spinach is good for you, it shouldn't be your go-to green. Mm-hmm. You can have it occasionally, but have the other greens. And then lifestyle. Establish a calm bedtime routine. This will help you to get your sleep in. But also, another thing you need to do is go to bed at the same time every day. That'll help you in the long run sleep better. And then practice stress management like yoga or meditation. Engage in gentle physical activities like stretching and flexibility exercises. Especially when you're in menopause, you don't want to be doing high stress activities because you have more chances of falling or breaking a bone. And it's just, you're older, it takes a while longer to recover. There are herbs that women can use that support them through menopause. So there's 3 herbs that I know that you can get in Nepal for sure. So Trifera. Trifera helps you improve your digestion and it supports your overall health by balancing all your hormones. Then you have licorice, which not only helps you balance the hormones, but also reduces inflammation. And Brahmi. Brahmi calms your nervous system and it improves your memory, which, as we all know, when you go through menopause, becomes an issue. The other thing that will help you with menopause is Abhyanga. Now, Abhyanga is you take some warm oil and you massage it into your body. from your feet all the way up your legs, from your hands all the way up your arms. It should always be towards the heart. Once you've massaged it into your body, leave the oil on for 10 to 15 minutes after you've finished massaging. Never leave it on for more than 30 minutes because that then starts to clog up your pores and causes other issues. But you should do this 2 to 3 times a week. And it's even good if you do it if you're a Vata constitution. It keeps you more balanced. So you can use different oils for this. If you are living in a very hot climate, then you would use coconut oil. Or if it's cold or cooler, then I would recommend sesame. And if I'm correct, and I don't know for sure, but I think Nepal stays pretty cool. So you should be able to use sesame oil all year round. And the sesame oil is the clear one, not the toasted sesame. So go ahead.
There are a lot of regions that are pretty hot most of the year.
Are they? So then I would recommend that you use coconut oil in the hot season in those regions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and let's do the slide 9, please. Okay, so let's recap what I've gone through. So nourish your body with a diet of natural, wholesome foods daily. Now, this is good for you through your whole course of your life. It's more essential during when your body's going through any of these things, but it is healthy for you to keep your body healthy all through, and you will then not have to worry because your cycles will all just flow. Exercise daily, keeping in mind of your body and what it needs on each day, because each day is a little different for us. And do what is good for you on that day. It's also important to retain a daily routine of eating, of sleeping, of daily activities, like have a schedule of some sort and try to keep to that. Waking up, going to bed. It's important that you do this. Also, always adjust according to what stage of life you are in, which means when you're young, you can do certain things. When you hit menopause, there's other things that you really you shouldn't do. So always adjust accordingly. Align with nature. So in winter, stay warm, eat warm food. In summer, stay cooler and eat cooler foods. Then use herbs when needed. One of the things about Ayurveda is herbal remedies are for balancing. They are not to be taken indefinitely. Now, you can take the spices indefinitely because we use them in cooking every day and they're good for you. But if you're taking like shatavari or ashwagandha, Brahmi, those are actually herbal remedies. So they should only be taken out for a limited time. So remember, these are my basic Ayurvedic nutritional suggestions. But if you're having any kind of health issues at all, I recommend you again to see a local practitioner because they're in your area. They'll be able to give you an individualized program and they'll be able to monitor you on a more regular basis, which is essential when you're needing it. So in closing, I'd once again like to thank all of you for joining me and giving me the time to share my knowledge with you. And I'd like to thank Dr. Sarah Safari for giving me the opportunity to get involved in her wonderful program. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day, and maybe one day, God willing, I will see you guys in Nepal. You in Namaste and have a great day.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, Asha.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you. All right, there are some
Thank you so
questions that we want to ask you,
Okay.
or maybe later you can expand on them. I'll read the questions. If you wanted to expand on them later, you can always send me an email and I can send it to everyone. But for now, I'm going to read. The first question was about PMS and the pain of PMS. which I know you kind of covered it in slide number 5.
Yeah.
So maybe
So
I am since you've already covered it, everyone, I'm gonna send the slide and the video to you. So it's kind of you're gonna receive this. So I'm gonna move on to the next question, if that's okay with it. Next question was about the pain before and during the menstruation, the body pain. She's asking, is the body pain before and during the menstruation, is this normal?
it is if your vata is imbalanced. So again, like I was saying, check your foods. Are you eating foods that are very dry, for instance?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you need to eat more warmer foods, not have anything cold. Um, when I say dry, like, are you eating? Maybe you're just having like having too much greens beforehand, but not having enough grains with it. Because you have to have grains. Grains are kapha like settling. Vata needs grains as well, because if you don't put grain in vata, vata is like the wind, it moves around. So in order to bring it down, you have to put something heavy in it. Grains are heavy. So check your diet
Mm-hmm.
is what I would say. And then obviously, like I said, you can start drinking the tea, which is in one of the slides, I believe I with
Oh,
the let's see.
ginger, turmeric.
Turmeric is going to help you with the blood flow, but the ginger, the black pepper, and honey,
Mm-hmm.
you can have that. Uh, that help you if you started. And then you can also have cinnamon. Cinnamon will also help you with the pain. You can actually start drinking the cinnamon tea 2 to 3 days before you start, and that'll help with the pain of the body. But check your diet. If you have a lot of body pain, chances are your vata is very imbalanced. So if you'd like, whoever's asked you this question, Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe have her contact me and I can like ask her a few personal questions and answer it for her better.
Okay, did you hear it, Yalmo Sherpa? Message me and then I'll connect you to Asha. Just say yes in the chat box so I know you know this. All right, so I'll go to the next question.
Okay.
Next question is why there is pain in lower abdomen just before menstruation?
It's basically your ovaries are releasing the egg. So it's a signal of the cycle. And pain again is going to be your vata. You're going to feel more pain when your vata is imbalanced or if you're a vata body constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the things I wanted to tell the girls, if they're all still there, do not do abhyanga when you on your period. You never do an oil massage on your body when you're on your period.
Mm-hmm. Why
So
is that?
because your body's trying to detoxify and you're putting heavy into your body because oil is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to do that. You want all your pores to be open for anything to be detoxified at that point. So
Okay, next question is how to know we have what dosha exactly and how can we treat it?
so I will send Sarah a questionnaire that you guys can fill out, and then you total each column, and it'll tell you which one is your predominant.
Mhm.
Now, the questionnaire that I will be sending out, what you need to fill it as is what has been true over the course of your lifetime, not what's true right now. That'll give you your body constitution.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, so we'll be sending a questionnaire as well to everyone. Let me stop sharing here so we can see everyone. Okay, and next question is how to control mood swings.
Your mood swings are, I would say, controlling your pitta. So try to meditate. Do you meditate? Whoever's asked that question?
Sunita asked that question. Do you meditate?
Oi, Kancha, Kushal, udo गलैँचा लगाइदियो नि यता
She meditates.
Sunita, can you hear me? She okay.
Quite often.
Often? Did you say often?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, she said yes.
And so you may be eating too much spicy food or hot foods like the pitta promoting. Try to add some bitter foods into your diet. If you're very irritable and you're getting a lot of mood swings, then try to add some bitter foods to your diet.
What
But
is
add it with
examples of bitter food?
So bitter greens, you have bitter melon, methi, which is a spice. Turmeric has some. There's bitterness to cumin, there's bitterness to coriander. So depending on her diet, she may have too much of the other stuff in there. Like, so tell her, if she could, is she online right now? Can she tell me just quickly, like, what does she normally eat?
Yes, I am online.
What do you normally eat?
Actually, I eat so much spicy food. I love it.
So maybe you need to reduce that a little bit.
Okay, sure, I will try.
That would be one of the first things I would advise you to do. So,
Okay.
All right.
okay. And see if that helps.
And you
Thank you
can
for
let
your-
me know, Sunita, so I can also connect you with Asha on WhatsApp so you can talk to her.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, Sarah.
Okay, great. Awesome. So that was the question. Is there any other question that I didn't read? Or if you have any questions, because we said we're gonna finish the meeting at 10 a.m. I just want to be respectful of everybody's time. It's 10 a.m. in Nepal. So first of all, thank you everyone for participating. Thank you, Asha, for an amazing presentation. I learned a lot from you, and I have questions that I'm gonna just call you and ask.
Great.
And everybody else, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or Bea, and we can forward the questions to Asha. So that's that. Let me stop the presentation. Stop the recording.